Hi, and welcome to Miss Amen's video lecture series. This is a mini series of tutorials to help you to navigate the different available Google tools. In this episode, we're going to be looking at Google Documents. Specifically, we're going to be focused on a few different areas. So let's take a look at what we're going to learn in this video. First thing we want to learn is how to get into our documents. Then we're going to look at how to create a document, how to share a document, and how to organize our documents. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open your web browser. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go to Firefox, and as you notice, Google Doc, the Google account is already up, but we need to sign in. The sign in button is right up here in the upper right hand corner. Just go ahead and click that. As you'll notice over here, there's the sign in section. If you're a BF-UHS student, signing in is pretty easy. It's your first name, period, your last name, at WNESU.com. If you're not a WNESU student, then you probably have a Google account already, so use that, whatever that account name is. And I'm just going to type in my password because I'm pretty sure the one here is wrong. Okay, and then just click sign in. Now you notice we're brought right back to the original screen. So I'm just going to expand this a little. And that's okay, you want to be right here. If you notice up at the top here, there's a variety of different choices you can make. One of them is labeled Drive. Now you might not have Drive downloaded to your computer, but that's okay. If you don't, it should say Documents. Click on that. And that will bring you right into your Documents account. Now you notice I already have quite a few documents in here and quite a few folders. Let's just look at how to make a document. So the first step is to go to the button that says Create. That's right here. And click it. And you notice there's a drop-down list, and there's a variety of different choices. We're just going to choose Document. Click on that. Alright, and it brings you up to the document page. The document page works just like Word does, or WordPerfect. You have your file. If you click on that, you get a drop-down list just like you would in Word. Edit buttons, View, Insert, Format, Tools, Table, and a Help button. Now, if you're in my class, let me just show you really quickly how to set up any paper that you write for my class, what the format should be. You want to put your first name, so I'm going to put my first name here. Then you hit Enter, and right underneath you're going to put whatever the date happens to be. I'm just going to write date. Then you're going to put the class title. So let's say this is the World History 1 class. That's what you're going to type, World History 1. And then you put the teacher's name, and in this case that would be me. Then you want to center your title of your paper, so whatever your title happens to be. I'm just going to put Title Me. And there you go. So that's the general format. And then under here would be where your paper would be. So, hi, this is my paper. Okay. So once you have your paper all set up, well, maybe you're not done, but you want to just save and share it with others. So if I was going to share this, I would go up to this button right here. It says Share. Click on that. If you notice in the list here, it says private, only the people listed below can access. Leave that as is for now. Then it says my name, or it will say your name in your case. It says is the owner. So I want to share this particular document with my husband, so I'm going to type in his name, amend.g@gmail.com. And I'm going to allow him to edit, but if I didn't want him to edit, if I just wanted him to view it, I would select here can view or can comment, but I'm going to let him edit. So share and save. Now let's say I wanted people from the WNASU to be able to work with this. I'm just going to show you from my name. So as I type in my name comes up, and then I would click on that, and I can change those functions as well, but I'm not going to do that right now. So okay, so that's good, and I'm done. So click on the done button, and now this paper is shared. And if Mr. Amend wanted to come in and edit and put extra stuff in, he could absolutely do that. In order to save this document, well, it's always being saved, so all changes are saved currently. But I want to label my document because I don't want it just being called untitled document. And if you're in my class, you should always type in your first name and then whatever the assignment is called. So in this case, it's just called Title Me. I'm going to click OK. And if you see up here, your name and what you titled it is right up there. So and that's all done. So I'm going to close out of this document. It's saved, and we can see it's right in the list right here, the one we just created. Now if you're looking at this, is a lot of stuff here, and we want to make sure it's a little more organized. So let's go back up to Create, and we're going to click on Folder. Now you're going to have to title the folder, so whatever you want to title it. I'm just going to title this Practice Create. And now in my drive it comes up as a folder. You can always change the colors of these folders so you can find them easier. I tend to do that, but okay, so now you want to go back to everything you had before. So just click on My Drive, and there's that folder. There's that document. Just click it and hold down your mouse key and drag it right into the folder you want it in. Now you see, it disappeared. That's because it is in here. Now let's say this practice folder was actually a series of documents that you were sharing with a team, maybe a class team. You could do the same thing you did with your documents and share it with a variety of people just by right-clicking on, well, let me go back to that. So right-click on it, and you'll see this list come up. Go right to Share and click Share. And just like before, you have all your list of options. So I'm going to put Mr. Amend in here again. .g@com. Okay. And click and share. And now, and we're going to click Done. So now any documents I create, or anything I create that's within this list right here, any drawings or forms, spreadsheets, presentations, or documents, if I just drag it into this folder, it will, and I don't have to share it. So let me give you an example. So this copy of Did Rome Fall doc, let me just bring that, well, I'm going to click on that so you can see who it's shared with. So I'm going to look at the share, and if you notice, it's just me on the share, so there's no one else in here. That's good to know. So I'm going to close that, and now I'm going to drag that and drop that right into Practice. And if we go in here and click on this, click on the file, and look at the share list, you'll notice that this time Mr. Amend is now labeled there as can edit, because that's what your folder specifies it can do. So you don't even have to specify your individual documents if you just drag it and drop it into folders that are shared with a collective group of people. And that's about it for this tutorial. So I hope this made it easier to navigate Google Documents and to start to create your own documents and share with others.